the module to send it to the base. So apparently what happened was the sensor cord got under. Okay, the sensor cord got underneath the deep freezer, and apparently a drop of condensation or whatever the fuck it was landed on the cord and set it off.
Oh fuck! We lost combat.
I think he came back. Shirt I just threw on. And it's like sticky out because it just rained and shit. So, oh man, it was not a pleasant trip. And of all times, I messaged a friend of ours who's usually always up, and she wasn't up, so I didn't get a ride. Ooh. Oh well, at least I know the sensors are working.
Almost too good.
Right. Oh, now she messages me.
That's usually how it goes.
Right. No, but it's one of them old churches, so like I can't risk any fucking alarms and shit that go off, so.
Mm-hmm. Insurance. Is combat messaging anybody?
Negative.
Motherfucker.
I'll text him and see what's up.
Purposely put that thing out of your fucking reach. Take a fucking clue, dog. Don't fucking yell at me. My delicious sandwich.
I get to go see Fluffy again soon. So excited. I think in September or August. I think it's August 22nd, actually. I just texted Combat, said what's up, so we'll see what happens. Oh, there's Vance. We're just trading people at this moment.
One person drops out, another comes in, then we lose another one.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're trading people?
Oh, everybody died.
Fuck!
No, like,
So-
for real, we died.
So we're discussing what campaign we're gonna do next.
Oh, cool. Are we doing... what's it called?
Well, Vance likes to be up to date, so you should tell him how we died.
Yeah, they went. They after solving the door puzzle, they made it into a room which had a thing written on it, and they deduced that if they gave some blood to the puzzle, that they would open the way. So Kolvak was about to bash his head against the wall to provide blood for the puzzle, but Combat and Shadow tried to hold him back, but they didn't have the strength to hold the barbarian back. They needed a third person, but you weren't there, so Kolvak smashed his head against the wall. It created a clone of himself, which proceeded to kill everyone.
No, you guys are pulling the chain, aren't you?
I didn't think
Yeah,
I could
we're
die.
off.
Oh, okay.
I was surprised. Damn it, Midnighter. We could have kept it going. He actually was on the
probably
verge of believing
would.
us.
I was already believing you. It's called being
See?
trustworthy.
With 3 Americans? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right?
Oh, then you're just a straight asshole.
Yeah, sorry about the delay and everything. It's just been a shitty week, and I still have to go to work tomorrow, so if I fall asleep on the mic, my bad.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, 13-hour day today, so...
Perfect timing. My fluffy just ended.
Alright. So, Boar...
No, that's not it.
Yo.
They, what I told you was semi-correct. They did encounter a puzzle where they Kolvok provided blood. It did create a clone of Kolvok, but they were easily able to dispatch it. Yes, you could have provided blood from anything, and whatever... Yes. That was blood specifically. But whatever the thing of blood you provided, you would get a clone that would try to kill you. So, if you guys had ancient dragon blood by some chance and you decided to paint that on the wall, you guys would have had to fight an ancient dragon.
Oh.
So, after they solved that puzzle, or defeated the clone Vok, they were taken to another room. Inside of this room was a massive hourglass floating above at the center of the room. And then at the other side from where they had entered the room, there was a lever. Kolvok decided to make a lasso. He threw the rope to the lever and pulled it. And then 4 skeletal warriors descended from chutes in the roof above. And that is where we left off before Shadow had to go to his church to check on some things. So right now, we're about to... What?
And the hourglass flipped, and
Yes.
it's a full hourglass starting over.
So, as those 4 skeletal warriors, we are rolling... Well, they have rolled initiative, so I just need an initiative roll from you.
I don't remember. Did we do the initiative call? Or we just did the roll? Okay. Ah, yeah. That's right.
Combat must be on his phone. You can always tell when somebody's on their phone with the echo. Are you on your phone? Yeah, it happens with the phones. Happens when everybody's on it.
I don't think it's considered technically. I don't think it is considered an echo. It just sounds
Yeah, like muffled, kind of, right?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're in a cave-ish, something like that.
It doesn't
sound
bad.
like. No, yeah, it's not bad. It just doesn't sound like your mic is in front of your mouth, basically.
Yeah.
Did he...
Honestly, I hear you better now than I did when you first were in here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who wants my sandwich? Which is
Me.
no longer.
Oh.
Oh, no. Might be.
What? What new switch?
Yeah, he basically got a full fucking muffin. I took like 2 bites out of the thing. And then I
Buddy,
was trying to get him
October,
fucking
that doesn't
water and he
until
fucking
October.
snatched it off my fucking table.
Oh, Vance, since we haven't officially started yet, we are changing platforms next week.
Sorry, my son's trying to talk to me. Buddy, I love you. I know I haven't seen you at all this week. We're going kayaking on Saturday. No, tomorrow's Friday. I gotta go work still.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, and then we'll go. Okay? So be good for mommy. I can't, buddy. I'm doing my game, and we're already late. It's the D&D, right? What do you mean, why don't I just hurry up? Oh my goodness. Okay, what
He loves you, man. He loves you. No, we're switching platforms next week.
What does that mean?
We're gonna do Skype and look into other things and trying to make it more, I don't know how to, proper word, whatever.
Better clarity on things. Dungeon Master not driving himself insane with this fucking playroom music playing in his goddamn ear all fucking night.
And it kind of be more like a little bit closer, like almost at the same table, because we'll all be on like a camera and shit like that. So, and then,
so it's through the PC though.
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
so I need a webcam.
Well,
I just bought a capture card, so I should hopefully have that thing installed by next week.
You don't need it. You can still join us without it, as long as you have a mic for your computer, but... And then... we're gonna look into tabletop simulators and shit like that. Not for next week, I'm assuming, but...
Cool.
Yes, I do.
I believe I have it too. So basically, we're gonna try to make it more immersive and shit like that.
Cool. So I will start shopping for a webcam. You'll have to tell me what kind to buy or what's good. I don't know anything about PC.
I can send you a link to one I have.
Okay.
If you have like a PS3 camera, that would work.
No, I've never done the camera thing for any of the system except for the Kinects.
Why don't you go eat?
I'll get the link to the one I have and I'll send it to you.
Go eat food.
Okay.
Go eat your food.
For 360. I'll have to pull it out of the storage.
I'm sure it is.
Good. But is it any good? It's a 360.
Especially a Microsoft one probably would be even better.
Yeah, you would think so. I have a Microsoft operating system for my work, for my ERP system, and it's nothing but buggy and shitty. Are we logging onto YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now.
Yes.
And like he said, he got a captured card, so he'll still be able to put it up on YouTube for you, since you like to look at it later at later dates and shit.
Cool. I am so down. That sounds so cool. And honestly, like I said, guys, I'm hoping this will clean up itself and I get my employees back so I'm not working as a tech and working for free.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm salary, right? So I don't get, I'm overtime exempt.
Yeah.
But it's just, I can't leave my tech there by herself. It's not fair. And so I've been doing mostly a tech job and I have like 615 emails in my inbox because I'm not able to do my own job so,
oh, jeez. Fun times.
Next week I'll make sure to tell them I got, like, my wife has to work or something. Gotta leave at 4, you know. My wife's gotta work.
Alrighty, so yeah, I need your initiative roll, Boar, and then we can roll into this shit.
D20
plus your dexterity modifier.
It is 12.
12. Shadow, you were like a 15.
11.
Oh.
Yeah, 11.
You were 11.
I think
okay.
Combat or Kovac was 15.
Yeah, he just told me that. So, Kovac, Boar, Shadow. Alright. 4 skeletons drop down from the ceiling above. And I'm just...
grab me a drink.
I'm just gonna have one skeleton go for each of yous. Alrighty. So, I'm just gonna go down initiative order. Kovac! You are hit. What are they doing for damage? They're doing a D6-aroo.
Thank you.
I'll take that guy.
Huh?
Hi!
Hello.
They didn't hear you there. Oh, they did hear you. They said hi.
7
Yeah, in
points
a
of damage
fantasy
to
world.
you, Kolvok. Next is Boar. That's gonna miss. Next is Shadow. That's gonna miss. And Combat. That is a 15? Alright. Kolvok's the only one to get hit. Fun times. Alright. Kolvok, your turn.
Real quick, how tall is this room?
30 feet high, but it is like a domed
So it's 30 feet at the highest.
Yes, at the highest point. Yes, skellies.
Thank you.
$17, yep, that'll hit. Alright, you cleave through his ribs, they explode into shrapnel off of his spine, but he's still barely standing.
Allison, did your mom up?
$13, that'll hit. $14 damage. 12, you swing down on him, hit his skull, cleave it in half, and scatter his spine into dust. So next would be Boar. You have a skeleton right on top of you, so nothing else drops, it appears.
So we're doing melee now, right?
Yes. You could try to do ranged attack, but you would be disadvantaged because this guy is right there next to you, making things hard on your life. Harder than they already are. That's what she said.
Okay. I'm gonna try to remember without my notes. We're supposed to use the T8, right? Or 6?
D20 first to see if you hit the thing.
6.
But yes, your short sword is a D6 on damage.
Sweet. Alright, let's go. And I still get the 3 attacks, right?
You can only draw one of your swords on your first turn, so you can only get 2 attacks on this first round. But if it drags on to a second round, you can draw your second and get up to 3 attacks.
Okay. So I got 5 plus my... Oh, God, what are you doing, bud? 15.
15, that'll hit.
And damage. 5.
Alright,
10,
you
right?
scatter some of his ribs off of his body, but he's still standing and ready to fight. Go ahead and make your second attack.
23.
Yep, that'll hit.
Because I'm still adding my 11, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or it'd be 9 for your melee attacks, but that'll still hit.
So minus that, yeah. Okay, so 7 for damage. I swear this weekend I'm gonna find time and go through my book and just write all my notes down so I have my rolls on one page. Where's Corbin? So that was it, right?
You rolled the hit. What was the damage on the second attack?
That was 7.
7? Alright, you slash into his spine and you cut the thing in half and it clatters to the floor a pile of bones. Next is Shadow. You got a skelly right on top of you. Sure. Shadow?
My bad. Basically everybody else is just dropping them with ease, right?
It seems like it.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna do a basic, wait, how many's left?
One on you, one on combat.
Is there anything hindering, combat's target? Or
Uh,
the one on combat?
No. You have full line of sight on it, I will say. Or you can easily shift around the target that you were engaged with to get,
Alright.
to get a shot. Clear shot.
Good match. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna look at... I think I'm gonna do another Scorching Ray.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do one on each target first.
Okay, gotcha. One on combat's, one on yours.
Affirmative.
Gotcha.
And it's a standard D20 now, right? No advantage or anything?
So, because one is in melee with you, you will have disadvantage on your ranged attacks unless you want to move back from the one that's engaged with you, but it will get a free, it will get an opportunity attack against you.
Sorry, I got distracted. I don't know who this Cali Gaming TV person is.
He
Great.
just called you out.
I know, he's talking to me. I don't even know who the hell he is. Or
He might
she.
be referring
Sorry.
to me because it's SUA mid. I don't
Oh,
know.
yes. I'm not used to another Sua being in the room with me.
That's my pillow. Thank you.
Alright, so, again, what do I have... There's one in melee with me. What do I have to do? Back up, you said?
So if
And it gives him an advantage.
if you
Or-
attack while it's in melee with you, you will have disadvantage on your ranged attacks. But if you step back, it gets one free attempt at an attack. So either disadvantage on your attacks, or you potentially take a hit.
I'm gonna step back.
Okay. I will make opportunity attack. He gonna miss. I rolled a 3 on the dice.
Nice. Alright. In that case, I got a 25.
On your target first,
Yes.
that'll hit. They have the same armor class, so I'm just clarifying where the damage is going.
6 and 4 is a 10.
4 is a 10. Alright. That's pretty close to its max hit points. I'm going to make a Constitution saving throw on it. And it fails its Constitution saving throw, so that is going to... You send your first beam into it, turns it into a pile of bones, just scatters them to the wind, kind of collides in with some of your buddies, and they look at you like, hey, what the fuck, man?
17 on combats.
Yep, that'll hit.
2 and 5 is 7.
Alright, scorches some of its bones, whittles it a bit, but it's still holding together, ready to fight.
Well, then I guess I'm going to send the last one.
Do it.
Ooh, that might not hit. 13.
That is just a hit.
Ooh. 3 and 2 is 5.
Alright, you send your second blast into its head, and as the blast of heat goes through it, and then the flames disappear, you also see that its head has disappeared, and the rest of it clatters to the ground, bones. And after all of the skeletons have been dealt with, the lever on the other side, on its own, slaps into the opposite direction towards the wall. What would you guys like to do? Yes, back the way it was.
What does the hourglass do?
The hourglass it doesn't flip or anything. The sand is still draining.
So this is just a big hourglass in the room, and this is after we got sucked into the black void thing, right?
No, after the black void, they came into a semicircle room with a wall that's had a riddle on it. Kolvok put his blood on the wall. That blood turned into a clone of him. They fought that clone. Yeah. After they defeated the clone, they were sucked into a galaxy spans escape, and then things went black, and then they woke up in this room with the hourglass and the lever.
Sounds like Saw.
So yes. There's a piddly amount of sand at the bottom.
We have more time in the hourglass than when we first got here, right?
Yes, when it reset, it seemed like what had been drained or whatever, like all of the sand went to one side when it flipped. Versus like what you would think is like, well, the sand that was already drained should have been what's now at the top, but yeah, it's like it completely reset after you guys after Kolvok.
So what you're saying is it sounds like another group was in here already. And
maybe
that's what time was left.
Maybe. Or maybe I throw in little elements to throw you guys off base, even though my puzzles already seem to throw you guys off base.
F it, let's pull it again.
Shadow says to pull it again. Do you want to go up to it and pull it again, or just have Kolvok do it with the rope? Kolvok thinks there's something you guys have to solve in this room, and you don't want the timer to run out.
Yeah, but what else is there?
You're the only one, Shadow, who's made investigation checks of the room. So, as far as your character can tell, all there is in this room is the hourglass hovering above you guys and the lever.
Is there anything written on the hourglass, like the main frame?
Go ahead, make a investigation or perception check, whichever.
Either way, don't matter. I ain't getting good rolls with these, so let's go find out.
And anyone can join in this search of greater details within the room, if they so choose.
I got a 9.
So Fred wants to check the frame, that's what we're doing, right?
Yes, I'm trying to see if there's anything written on it, or just anything out of the ordinary, I guess I should put it.
Gotcha. Perception or investigation? 12? Okay. What are you what are you looking at, Kolvok? Okay. So you guys taking a look at the hourglass, looking for any sort of engravings. It just seems like smooth gold chrome metal makes up the frame of the hourglass. There isn't even like an intricate sort of carving design within it. It is just smooth, reflective gold metal.
And inside is just straight sand, no object, no nothing.
Yeah, it does not appear that there's anything in the hourglass other than the sand. The skeletons. You all look back to where the skeletons were. Gone. Not a single remainder of them.
Did the chutes close, or are they still open?
The chutes are closed. And, in fact, when you look at the wall, it doesn't even look like there should be a chute up there where there were chutes. Make another perception check.
Is it standard sand? Not like different color, bigger?
Yeah,
things?
it's golden, regular sort of golden colored sand. 18 on perception, you're checking the lever first. Just seems like a simple lever. It's like two kind of like half wheels in a sense in the ground, and then metal pole with a bit of like a kind of hilt thing, and then like a leather wrap.
I didn't Arcana this room, right? I only did the first one, right?
No, you didn't. You did an Arcana check. You could tell that there was some sort of magic that seemed to be suspending the hourglass, but that was the only magic you could sort of sense in this room. So, perception check on the walls. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, you do a quick glance around the walls. It doesn't seem like there's anything written. As you guys are investigating the room, the hourglass is about halfway, it would seem, at this point.
I want to tell Kovac that maybe he should try to move the hourglass. Like, not actually move it, but see if he is able to move it. Either twist it, or flip it, or, like, see if it's movable.
Shadow suggests that you try to move the hourglass, or see if you can.
Yeah, don't actually
Yes.
move it. Just see
Yes.
if he would be able to move it.
Make a athletics check to try to jump up to it. I would say with how big it is, like it's 30 feet, you're about 10 feet. I would say it's probably about 10, like it's a little taller than, you're like around 8 foot, right? Okay. So yeah, there's still about a 10 to 11 foot gap between you. But I'm pretty sure with your strength score, you can easily get a running jump and at least grab onto the bottom.
I'll do me first. I failed on fucking all of the combat. Shit.
15? Yeah, you just needed a 10 to successfully perform the jump. So yeah, you jump up, grab onto like the bottom disc of it, and you kind of swing, but it seems like that thing is like quantumly fixed in position. Like it doesn't swing with you or anything. It's locked in position.
Try twisting it.
Okay, make another athletics check to scramble up. Again, just a 10 DC, not difficult. 20. Yeah, so you're able to scramble up. You're like right on the sort of sidebar, so you can clearly like see in it. The hourglass is draining. It doesn't appear like there's any object inside of the sand.
Looking down at everyone, is there anything I see at the ground that stands out?
Make a perception check. 11. Yeah, just there. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of secret in scrawling within the floor below. And again, if you trying to move it, it seems like this thing is fixed in position. Yeah, even trying to like stomp down, it doesn't wiggle or anything like that.
And it was a solid frame, no door on it or anything, right?
Say that one more time, Shadow.
It was a solid frame, no door or
No, not
like
on the
window or
hourglass.
No script on the bottom either.
You want to check, clamber up to the top and check? because you already, from below, you looked at, like, the bottom disc, so now you want to check the top disc. Yeah, so you shimmy up, go to the top disc, again, there's no sort of inscription. You even look at the ceiling above it, and it's all just sort of smooth stone.
Is Kovac
you can
still
touch
bleeding?
the roof. It's only a, like... no, I would say Kolvok's,
I'll let everybody else, spit out some ideas, but next one's just gonna be a break thing. We can't tell time. We can't do nothing bad to us, hopefully.
Okay, sorry, Shadow, say one more time.
I said, is Kovac still bleeding?
No, I would say his wounds have... Well, maybe the wound he received from the skeleton is still a little oozy, but his wounds are mostly coagulated at this point.
I tell Kovac to put a little blood on the thing, see if it does anything.
He says put a little blood on the thing, see if it does anything. Okay. Right on the top. You smear blood on the top pan of the
Hourglass.
Of the hourglass, thank you. Wait a moment. There's no ominous glow coming from the hourglass. There doesn't seem to be, like, the sand still seems to be draining at the same rate. There seems to be no reaction to your blood upon it. The hourglass is beginning to run thin. You guys only have a few more actions that you can take before it runs out.
I'm at the point of pulling the lever. I don't see any other options.
Alright.
Do we have to pull the lever fully, or is it one of those ones that can, like, stop halfway?
Since Kolvok used a rope to pull it, it's uncertain whether it has, like, a midway point, or if it has to, or it's sort of spring-loaded to go all the way. So Kolvok, go ahead, make your... Alright, so... Does someone want to try to do a half crank on the lever?
I'll do it.
Okay. Do you want to try it with the rope, or are you going to
I'm
go
just going to
physically?
go over there and do it
Alright.
physically.
You grab onto the lever, you bring it to half point, and release, and it shunks back into its starting position.
Then I'm at the point, I'm just going to pull it all the way.
Alright, before you pull it, Kolvok is going to try to attempt attacking the hourglass. Go ahead, make your attack roll. He figures if there's no time to tell, nothing bad will happen.
I got a feeling this is going to be a bad thing.
Alright, 26. Roll damage.
We don't have the ability to freeze it, Callie. And
Hey.
Rob, we do not have remove magic, so we can't do that either.
Alright. You smash your blade into the hourglass, and it begins to kind of reverberate, and then this golden light encompasses it, and then an energy blasts out. You take 11 points of damage, and you are shunted off. Well, you're not raging, are you? Yes, force damage. You take 11 points of force damage as you are shunted off of the thing, and you fall at least 10 feet, so also some falling damage.
I mean, it was launched me up, so yeah.
So that would be 30, so that's 2 more d6.
Yeah, perfect. Bounce off the ceiling at least. Fuck yeah.
You take 12 points of falling damage as you are shunted off of, collide with the ceiling, and then fall to the ground on your back, breathing heavily. Does anybody want to check on Kolbach or Shadow, or are you just going to watch that display and hit the... or are you just going to pull the lever?
I'm just gonna pull the lever.
Alrighty.
Don't leave the poor guy lying there.
Alright. Well, I needed to know that because as you pull the lever, you again see at the top of the ceiling 4 chutes open up, descending 4 skeletal warriors, and the hourglass flips once again. There is no sand at the bottom, and it's fully filled. What? Looks impeccable. It looks impeccable, as if... no, it's almost as if something stopped you just before hitting the hourglass. So, 4 skeletal warriors drop down from above. The hourglass flips once more. Kolbach, you are prone at the start of this combat. So, I will need everyone to roll initiative for me once again. Sweet, natural 1. I'm just gonna go ahead, put these guys right at the bottom. I don't think anyone can do worse than these skeletons.
-2.
Seriously?
No.
No, they have a plus in their decks. It's zombies that have a negative in their decks. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I thought you said skeletons. All right, so 25 to 21. 20 to 16.
17.
17 on board. Did you do an initiative roll there, Kill? Not in that bracket? Okay, so 17 was Boar. What did you say, combat? 19. Oh. I got those backwards. So combat, Boar. 15 to 11. 13 on Kolbach. And then Shadow, what did you get?
11.
11.
Or no, 9. Sorry.
9. Alright. Alright, so combat. You are the first. The skeletons have come down. Like I said, this is a 60-foot from one wall to the other, so most of you can get... you guys left Dragon back at the top level, where there wasn't water, to watch out for patrols and whatnot. So yes, Kolbach, you can run up to one of them and... Whoop-ah! I'll say there's one 20 feet from you currently. Whoops, my bad. Combat. Yes, what would you like to do, combat? Attack? Alright, you run up to one of them. You guys have fought skeletons before, so combat, especially you would know this because you use your fists. These things are very susceptible to bludgeoning damage, so you potentially only need to one-punch any of these skeletons. 22. Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead, roll damage. I don't think he could make that much. Well, actually, no. Because he'd have to use his bonus action to dash, so he'd only get 2 attacks. 7 damage, yes, that is doubled because it is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So you punch through one of them, like, shatter its ribs, hit the spine, and just sever the thing in half. You have enough movement to make it to a second one and attack. I would probably recommend for your bonus action, if it comes into play, using a key point to use patient defense to dodge, but these are skeletons, they're weak. You'll probably be fine with just attacking 2 and leave. What? Yes, they have bows on them. So yeah, patient defense wouldn't be a bad idea. Yep, that'll hit. It has to be melee attacks for him to get, like, multiples. Yeah. Oh, what was the damage? Sorry. 12? Yeah, you punch that one in the face, punch its head off of its shoulders, it goes flying through the air, collides in the wall behind it, and then falls down into pieces. So if you would like, you can spend a key point, do patient defense, and dodge, just in case some of them try to pull out an arrow and attack you. Okay. Alright, so next would be Boar.
Oh, yeah.
So now you are not in melee with one or with the last remaining 2. So if you want to go for a bow attack, you are at liberty to do so.
I'm an archer.
A Sterling Archer?
Hold on, I can find my D8 now. Where the hell did it go?
Codename Duchess.
What happened? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna... It's only the one skeleton that I'm about to attack, right?
There are 2. They're about equally spaced from you, but they're, like, opposite each other. They basically came down in a kind of 4-corner arrangement.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the closest one to me, I guess.
Okay, go ahead, fire your arrow. Make your attack roll.
14.
14, that'll hit.
And 9 for attack.
9? Ooh, just barely still standing from that attack.
Dang. Okay, I'm switching dice. These dice aren't working for me tonight. We're going back to the demon eyes.
Nice.
The ship one's not working. So I get another attack though, right?
Yes, yes, you do get a second attack with your bow.
They come with these nice little black pouches for each set. It's pretty awesome. Natural 1, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Wow.
Demon eyes go back in the pouch.
Alright, How should I play this one? So you pull your string back and it comes off of the... whatever the fuck it's called. Like, your string comes undone, so you will have to... on your next turn, you'll have to take an action to restring your bow.
Dang.
Alright,
Well
so...
done.
Now it is your turn, Kolvok. There is one wounded one that's been hit by an arrow. You can see the arrow, like, sticking in its through its helmet and in its head. And then... oh, right. What's your max movement? 20 feet? Oh, you would... okay. Yeah, you'd be able to make it.
Alright, yeah, I'll get up.
I will say you're closer to the wounded one.
I mean, that's the only one I can attack, then I'll take this one again.
Okay, go ahead. Did you give me back that D12? Oh yeah, I see it now. Yep, that'll hit. Nice. Yep, you come up, cleave it right in half.
I guess javelin is the next one.
Oh yeah. D8 on javelin.
Max damage plus 7.
So yeah, you cleave down on the first one, draw your javelin, send it at the second one. It collides like right in the sternum, hits the spine, and shatters that one to pieces. After all of the skeletons have been dealt with, the lever resets its position back to aiming towards the wall. What would you guys like to do?
I'm drawing a blank.
Shadow doesn't have to spell magic.
No, he does not.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Oh my god.
I'll say there's
What's it? What else is in the room? There's the hourglass in the middle, and we're in.
Yep,
like,
there's
square
a
box.
big old hourglass hovering just below the ceiling, and then there is the lever at one end of the circular room.
And have we checked all the walls?
Kolvok did a brief look at the walls, but he did not do like a thorough investigation of them.
Okay. And what about, did we check, like, look underneath? Because you said the hourglass is hovering, right?
Kolvok jumped on top of the hourglass, clambered around it, and to investigate it, there did not
That
seem
was
to
when
be
he was
any...
trying to move it. Okay.
Yeah, there did not seem to be any sort of symbols on it. It's just smooth, chrome, golden metal. Polished, I guess would be the word.
Okay, I want to investigate one of the walls, just
Okay.
like closer to see if there's any kind
Are
of
you like
clue.
getting hands-on, trying to feel for secret buttons or anything like that?
find it holes.
Yeah, on the opposite, like it right in front of the lever. So
Okay,
the wall in front of the lever.
you will have advantage on your investigation check. So roll 2d20, take the higher.
Got a natural 20. That's a man.
Natural 20. All right, so you run your hands along the wall looking for any sort of imperfections, anything you can press in, pull out, or anything of that nature. But as you go through, you do a very thorough investigation of the walls. There does not seem to be any hidden switches or buttons or doors or windows or anything like that. It would seem like everything in this room is either an hourglass, a lever, or you guys. And the things you're carrying.
Actually, wait, was I allowed to do that check? Didn't I have to, like, string my bow, or...?
The combat was ended, so yes, you still need to restring your bow, but you were in a moment where your life was not at threat with enemies where you needed to use your bow. So if you would like to take a moment now to restring your bow, you can do so.
I would like to, just in case
All
we
right.
get attacked again.
Very good. You string your bow, no problems. You have a free amount of time, so I will not have you make a check to do so.
I'm gonna take up the next to the hour.
Sorry, I'm just...
Okay.
And waiting for everybody else. And well, I'm basically holding the action until the thing maybe needs to be. Shit, did we just let it run down this time?
Kolvok's asking, should we just let the hourglass run down this time?
And while we're doing that, can we check the other walls with the same thing of touching it and just feeling around?
Yeah, if you would like to investigate the other walls, you can do so. And again, putting hands on the wall, you will have advantage on the check.
Okay, I'm gonna do that D20 again. 17.
17, alright. You,
Let's do the left. When facing at the...
don't worry, I'm just gonna use that check for the rest of the wall.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you go through, hands on the wall, trying to look for any sort of imperfections, and it seems like this is all just one sort of smooth rock inside, essentially, that there's no like divots or anything. It's all just one smooth patch of rockiness or whatever.
Oh.
So, I don't know, one of the weird ones seems like it's fucking weird as shit, but my best guess is that we all maybe just need to survive a skeleton fucking throughout the timer. We need all of them alive, though. I'm gonna suggest, I guess, well, no, because it's the flip. When you open the time, like, man, So yeah, what, either waiting until the fucking room or the timer runs out and just seeing what that does, or trying to run the time down with at least one skeleton alive. That feels weird though for a fucking assault to the room, but I mean I don't know what else to suggest. I'm pretty sure I could survive the fucking all four of them fairly easily. And my only other idea is like fucking with the reset system or whatever. If the lever tries flipping, me just making it not move, hopefully, or when the room goes to reset, make sure it doesn't move the other way. But I don't know.
I'm all for just sitting and waiting. I have no other ideas.
Oh, well, and there's you could wait. Could Shadow bring his fucking dragon in? Does he only have the ability to spend that spell once a day?
His dragon hasn't.
Or can he just like
died for a bit?
Summon it, from where it is.
I don't know. I don't know how different dimensions work.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're able to supplement it onto the plane you're on, but yeah. Whether it needs to go back to its home plane is mine. Rock with the punch. No.
He would have had to have dismissed it.
On that plane?
Yeah, it doesn't exactly specify, but I'm going to rule that you would need to be in the same plane of existence to dismiss it, and then you can recall it from where it's been, because it goes to a pocket dimension, and then you can use an action to bring it to you within 30 feet. And I would say, since it was not dismissed, it's still within the material plane, and so for you to try to dismiss it, there is no direct connection which would allow him to do so. He would have to be on the same plane of existence as the dragon to dismiss it, but we're past that point already.
Well, I mean, it could just try, right?
Or he just...
Or it died?
Or he just recasts the spell completely, which would take time. An hour.
Oh, there's a ritual? Or...
No, that is its casting time.
Find familiar or whatever?
It is a ritual, so it just add an extra 10 minutes, but its casting time is already an hour. But he doesn't need to do it as a ritual because he's not actually using spell slots to summon it.
Oh.
Because it's attached to a magical item. So, what is the consensus?
We just let it ride, see what happens.
I mean, I think that's the first option, right? I mean, then obviously the room's probably going to reset and we'll have to do a battle. So if you guys just want to huddle in a corner, I can burn a rage to fucking just sit there. I'll sit in the middle of the room, you know, and fucking, yeah. Hopefully get first attack or first action and just be the whipping boy, like usual.
All right. So, everyone has agreed that we are letting the timer run out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. So, you all, three members go to the edge of the room while Kolvak stands out in the middle, prepared for any sort of incoming action. And you guys watch patiently as the sands dip down from the hourglass, and eventually the hourglass runs out, and you do not see four chutes open up, dropping skeletons. Instead, the ground beneath you falls out, and again you are greeted with a starry expanse of eternalness, which you guys are pulled into, and you begin descending and falling and spreading apart from each other again before you are greeted with blackness once more. And then you come to, and you are in a large, you're in a similar dome-shaped room, but at the center, like smooth stone, like a tiled floor, very, very rudimentary. But at the center of the room, you see a rather angelic-looking being, which is kind of in Rohan's thinker's position, and he's sitting at a table, and on the table you can see there's some kind of playing board or something, and then like several models of trees.
Behind your board.
What would you guys like to do?
Yes, on the table. Look at the camera. Hey, look at the camera. Zach, look at the camera.
Trees.
Next to Cali Gaming, LOL.
Trees.
Yes. Yeah, he can't be that messed up if he's fucking playing like that, though, at least. You're so crazy.
So, what would you guys like to do?
So there's a guy sitting in the middle?
Yes, there's a guy sitting in the middle of the room at a table, and he seems to have like model trees sitting on a board in front of him on the table.
Guy sitting in the middle with dog treat. Are these like bonsai trees?
Kind of looks like it. Would you like to approach to get a closer look?
Should we say something first? Does he know where? Like, is he looking at him?
His attention seems completely fixated
Does he look like he's
on.
breathing?
Make a perception check.
Is it alive?
Uh, 16. From your point of view, it would seem that this figure is almost frozen in time currently.
Owie. Ow. Is it dead? I just say that out loud.
Kolvak says aloud, "Is it dead?"
And it doesn't respond or anything in any way?
You guys are at the edge of the room. It's at the center. So, just to give an idea of positioning.
You need to that way?
Is it?
What?
Is it out?
Is what out?
The hourglass.
You guys are in a different room.
Oh wow, I completely missed that.
It really fucking was rather expansive or in a room with a fucking something.
Shit, I think I zoned out.
With an unknown being. Entity, we'll say. Yeah, probably a better choice of word. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, get those cords. Show them who's boss.
No, change the strings.
Ah.
It's a fucking pain in the ass, and I'm pretty upset with it.
So you guys just gonna keep standing at the edge of the room? No one's gonna approach? No one's gonna say anything directly to the
I
creature?
was never good at board games.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and reach my hand out.
I always end up breaking the table.
Alright, so, Shadow, as you approach the being, you give it a shake, and it, as you approach, it begins to move, like it brings up one of its hands and it begins to mess with the model trees that are on the board, and you can see it's getting like kind of frustrated as it's messing around with the trees and whatnot, and you kind of place a hand on it, and it gets like frustrated, kind of balls a fist, and it says, "No, that's not it either." It says, "I must plant 9 trees so they lie on 10 straight rows. There must be 3 trees on each road."
Hell no.
Man, got some Douglas shit going.
If I was somebody else, I'd probably have it solved, but nope.
I was almost thinking about skipping this puzzle, but fuck it. This is one that you guys will actually have to figure out. Like, you'll have to potentially put pencil to paper to sketch out ideas, but you need to... there are 9 trees on this board, as you see Shadow, as you are now standing there next to him.
Got squares, probably, obviously, or whatever. Or...
No, it's just like a sort of fake field. There's no.
There's like,
it's not like there's a grid.
There's rows that they have to be like kind of placed on, right? Specific spots or whatever, like mound, or, like.
No, it's
like
just all it is like, just like a grass field essentially. There's no actual lines, like dirt lines on it. It seems like, you have to arrange.
No farmer, like trench lines or whatever.
No,
no. Okay, weird.
It seems like you have to arrange the trees to create those 10 rows. So basically, you have to use the 9 trees, arrange them in a certain order, which creates 10 lines, and then there has to be 3 trees going on each line at least. Yeah, there has to be exactly 3 trees to a line. So there is a way you can arrange these 9 trees that there would be 10 straight lines.
If I was another type of...
Well, you can still try to fucking draw it out. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
How y'all up over there, man?
Surviving. Thanks. You?
Yeah, you know, fine. I shouldn't really hear me while I'm sleeping here. Staying awake.
Yeah, I'm staying awake. I'm trying to. Oh, I won't be relaxing until tomorrow's finished. And then I'm gonna take my kids out kayaking on these little plastic kayaks we have. Like we bought them for them. So there's this place called Moberly Lake. It's a huge lake, but you can walk out like really, really far out to it, and like being tall, like I'm 6'2", so it'll be out just above my waist. But when we're at the shore, it's so low that the kids can wear their life jackets and use the little paddles or whatever and practice playing around on it. So that if they fall, they can just stand up, right? So yeah, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna do a little picnic thing, and it's out in a place where there's no cell service, so
Nice.
I think the kids are gonna enjoy it. So pretty much, I was leaving, like we were late today, so like I worked till 6, which I shouldn't. I'm supposed to be off at 4. And then I was driving the tech home, my only day tech. Both of us walk out of the warehouse, and one of the other techs that I had to lose, that she had to be redeployed because the stupid company decides to redeploy people to other positions because they're trying to fill positions, which is stupid. But this girl, the other tech, which is an older lady that used to watch my kids and stuff, like we were really close, and well, not really close, but we were friends, and I was friends with her husband. She looks at us, sees it come out of the warehouse, looks straight at us, and my other tech waves to her, and she just turns her back to us. I'm like, ouch. And then the other tech that showed up at your locker yesterday said I fucking ruined her life. It's like, you didn't lose a job, you're just going to drive a fucking haul truck. It's like, get over yourself, you fucking bitch. Yeah, so I don't understand. They think because I'm the manager that I'm the one who made this call. It's like, hello, this was a company decision that made it, and they're the ones that said it. Like, they announced it too and told me. Like, I knew the Monday of last week, and that was the first time I heard of it. It's like, yep, it's happening. And then I had to decide by Wednesday, I lost all my techs. Like the three of my techs out of my, so I had 7, and now I'm down to 4. Like, I can't run a warehouse with one fucking tech on days and one on nights. It's not possible.
I'll give you a job if you
America.
Fuck yeah.
Coming again, save the motherfucking day, yeah, America! Fuck yeah!
I'm gonna have to watch that one. Yeah, anyways, that's why I can't, like, I'm so backed up with my stuff as my regular manager job that it's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty much being a tech on the floor because there's supposed to be one tech at the back of the warehouse and one at the front, and constant traffic through the window, like people coming to get parts and consumables and all this stuff. Pretty stressed and having chest pains and stuff. I'm bad with anxiety because I'm emotional too because I care about these people, but then yeah, so they're being mad at me for making the manager decisions, right?
Yeah, you can't let people favor that. It's fucking like.
It's hard. Yep. I won't be making friends with them people again. No, definitely they're grown out. They're fucking old. One of them is older than me. Like they should be smart and understand that it was a corporate decision, not me. I just had to. I lost one position and had to pick two names. So the one person that lost the position, I didn't even know that was happening. The 4x3 position was gone. So they worked Tuesday to Friday. They got rid of that position, said no more. You can only have your 7 and 7 techs, but you have to lose two of them. Oh my god. I had to pick. The company said I had to do it. Well, that's what the company should have done. If they wanted to reposition people to fill these haul truck seats to get the coal out of the ground or whatever, they should have let everybody have a discussion and decide who. Be like, hey, okay, you have to lose two techs. Who's going? And then the ones, they can fight amongst themselves, right?
Gladiatorial arena!
Right? Anyway. One of them was already a problem employee in a program for performance issues, so they didn't even redeploy him, they fired him. The other one can't run the big loader, but will run the small loader, but moves like molasses, and sometimes doesn't even get shit done. And one time complained to me, said, don't ever make me a lead hand, I can't handle this. And the 4x3 one, they removed that position, so she lost her job regardless. I had no choice for that one. So the one that turned her back on me was the one that was the 4x3 position that I had no choice. They removed the position. They said the 4x3 position is now being removed from all sites for Kanuma. So that was definitely not my fault. But she's holding it against me. Yeah, exactly. So fuck her, but don't fuck her. Yeah. So when Fred went towards the guy, what happened again? I missed that. I didn't write that down.
He started to kind of like fiddle around with the trees, but as he did, he kept getting frustrated. And then he said, I must plant 9 trees so they lie on 10 straight roads. There must be 3 trees on each road. And then he keeps like fiddling with the trees, and he's like, no, that's not it. And then gets frustrated, and then he just kind of sits back, examining the board.
9 trees, 3 rows.
9 trees, so they lie on 10 straight roads. There must be 3 trees on each road. So essentially you need to align these 9 trees so that they create 10 straight lines, each straight line having 3 trees on it.
You have solved this one, yes?
I have seen MCDM solve it, so I know the answer to it. And it's one that if you figure it out, like you can take a picture of the image and like with your phone and send it to me potentially, or on the camera thing.
Wow. Puzzles. And there's only 9 trees.
Yes, there is 9 trees on the board.
You need 10 straight rows, each row containing 3 trees. Alexa, no, I'm kidding. Alexa off. Forget you didn't say your name.
Quit listening to my conversations and selling it to Amazon. Or the highest bidder, or whatever you do.
Or leaking to my company that I'm bitching about. Who knows?
And potentially, I've heard people have fucking lost their jobs because of shit they've said on Twitter. And I'm just like, that's kind of fucked up.
One of my techs put a rant on Facebook, thankfully her husband took it down, but the maintenance manager at my site called me the next day and said, "Did you see that post that your tech put on?" I'm like, "What post?" He sent it to me and I was like, "My God." And then apparently my boss saw it, so he told me if she does that again, she's done.
Yeah, like I understand it, but at the same time, it's just like, it's just words. Like, come on, it's just words. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the person who wrote that should have been more of an adult and thought about what they were saying before they said it. But at the same time, you can be an adult and realize that this is just a person who's frustrated with their fucking life. Like, just let it happen.
Yeah, and she didn't even like mention the name of the company or anything, or the name of the boss, which is me. She said, "You treat my boss like a piece of shit." I'm like, oh my God. She is the most extremely loyal employee I've ever had, so.
Yeah, that's... See, that's...
Like, what do you say?
I don't know, I couldn't hear him either.
The CEO of the company?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. People can have opinion and not get yelled at. That's the problem in this world. You can't say something frustrating or say something you don't like.
If you don't agree with someone else, that person is going to let you know how you're a terrible fucking individual for thinking the way that you think.
It's even with stuff that you like. If you say something on Facebook that you like, and that's something, what are you, an effing idiot?
Like here in our country, if you're even like slightly right wing, people will fucking Twitter bomb your ass to get rid of you. Yeah, basically. It's like, oh my god, this dude's pro-life. You're a misogynist. You hate women. It's like, okay, I don't hate women just because I think a baby should have a chance to live. But hey, you know, whatever.
It's like, hey, stop spreading misinformation, asshole.
Right. Only the White House can do that. All right. Is anybody trying to figure out this puzzle or?
I've been trying.
Okay.
I'm horrible at puzzles, so because I'm already confused. If you have 10 straight rows that have 3 trees in each row.
It might be easy to solve, but
Okay, what does the trees look like again? Like, is it when I said it's a bonsai tree? Those ones break off to 2 trees. Is it a kind? Yeah. You know.
So it's kind of like they're very tall, trunked trees with like it almost looks like a Q-tip kind of tree, I would say.
Probably not. I was just trying to say about the
I will
bonsai
tell
thing.
you now, the shape of these trees does not matter. It was like the arrangement of the lock, it is merely how I decide to describe it.
Does it matter what container they're in?
There's like a board on the table, so it's assumed you probably have to align the trees on that board. Combat and Boar, you guys go ahead and make a history check for me.
A what?
History check. If you have proficiency in history, it's just one of the skills you have. It's because not many people care about history in this campaign, but that's not on you guys. I'm not like trying to shame you. It's like you guys should make more history checks. I rarely even prepare for history checks. Most of the times is when you guys make a history check, I just fucking spit something out to make it sound flavorful unless I've really thought about the object you're trying to do a history check on beforehand. But a history check is based on intelligence. If you are proficient in it, you get your proficiency bonus. I think the only person who would probably be proficient in history is Shadow, and I don't even think he has proficiency in that, but he would know that better than I do. What'd you get, Combat?
15.
15? Alright.
I don't even know what to roll. Is it a D20 again?
Add your intelligence modifier.
I am proficient in history.
Okay, yeah, no, I would say you probably wouldn't know this information. So don't worry about making a check.
D20 plus
Intelligence modifier. So
that's the one below.
Yeah, the smaller number, which is plus whatever, or negative whatever. Or 0.
Mine's only plus 1. But my intelligence is 13, and
yes,
I'm not proficient in it, because I think I only have survival, persuasion, investigation, imitation, and athletics.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, just the plus 1 to your D20 roll. 19. All right. So the two of you would know this isn't. This I'll tell you right off the bat. This information isn't going to help solve the puzzle. It's just information about this situation that you're in, and the two of you know that there was an ancient elven game it was similar to what this setup is, which was supposed to sort of be a game which describes the balance between nature and civilization, that as you're creating roads, you also plant these trees so that there is a balance between chaos and law. So this is essentially a game of balance, bringing balance to nature and civilization at the same time. But as I said, it's not really going to help solve the puzzle, but it's just flavor information. Where this game, or where this puzzle is sort of originated in.
So there's marks on the table, right? Like
Nope,
slots or
it's just,
something?
nope, there's no markings on the board. It is just like a artificial grass field that is placed on the board. It's, as Kolvok was asking, it seems like the roads that are supposed to be created are from your, assembling your alignment of the trees. Oh, so you put that on the board, Shaq? Not put it on the board?
No, that's
Okay.
not exactly.
You
We can't plant and replant, can we?
The trees are not rooted in the board, so you can like pick one up, place it, and it's not like it becomes fixed there. You can pick up that same one and move it around still. They're artificial trees, they're little tree figurines essentially, and they're separated from the board so you can freely move them without restriction. It's not like once you put something in, it's locked in. And then you can only make like slight adjustments around that.
10 rows, 3 trees in each row, 9 trees.
Yep.
The math doesn't add up.
I'm getting water for myself, dog. Water. I just want some water. Some more fucking water.
Shannon, can you throw me a bag? I gotta try to put some stuff out of the chair. Are we taking it apart, or what are we doing? I gotta empty my chair, and I don't, like, what are we doing? Are we putting that upstairs? Well, it's not even over yet, and I'm falling asleep. No, but, I showed you those chairs I have, right? In my man cave? The leather ones? Remember they had the lights on it? Combat. So, one of them, when you recline or whatever, the balance is broken on it, so it's wobbly. So I had an extended warranty on them. I sent the picture of how, like, the measurements are even, the one part is sloped to the one side now, and the one beside it doesn't do it, so it's obviously not the floor. So they said, okay, fine, we'll just order you a new one. So now it's coming tomorrow, and I'm at work. I'm like, oh. And our new bed set for the guest room. So my parents are coming in September from Ontario. Haven't seen them in years. Well, yeah, that too. That's why I'm not there anymore. And somebody at my work said the only good thing that comes out of the east is the rising sun. I was like, thank you.
You said the size in the image of the tree doesn't matter?
What's that?
You said the size of the tree doesn't matter?
No, it's all based on the alignment of the trees.
Don't me.
All of the models are the same size, essentially.
Excuse me. Thanks.
But even if a few were bigger than the others, it's all about the arrangement of the 9 trees. Yeah, do it in the camera. Show the people your crazy box flipping. Give me a box. Give me a box.
Such a nice looking dog.
Give me a box. What's in the box, Nico? What's in the box? What's in the box? Yay, I get to clean up cardboard bits after this is all done. Woohoo!
Hey, you heard what I have to do. I have to move and take a chair upstairs while I'm dead tired. I'll trade you.
Yeah, I'll clean up the box bits. I don't want to pay for a plane ticket just to move someone else's chair.
Right.
I don't even have a passport, so that'd be another whole fucking thing.
Neither do I.
And then with the travel bans that are going on in my country, I might be able to get to Canada, but it's probably going to be a bitch coming back, and I don't need that shit right now.
They feel like diagonal, right?
Yes.
Fuck, best design on that would be. And you can't overlap or anything, right?
No, it's not like you could, no. It's not like 3 trees would have 2, like, if, yeah, there's no overlap. It's hard for me to do.
No overlap.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time doing better than 8.
Hello! So, as time progresses, you guys are fiddling around with the trees amongst yourselves. You can see the angelic figure that is watching you do it. It's becoming more and more frustrated.
Oh boy.
There isn't like a cheat sheet anywhere, like on the wall or something like that.
Make a perception check. Such
Push it
hairy
fucking low. 5.
5 doesn't appear like it. It seems like this, the walls of this room are much like the room before and the room before that, aside from the writing on the wall about the key in your head, paint me red, be careful what you're scoring for you'll get it in return. Yeah, it's just smooth, bare stone. There does not seem to be any intricate etchings in the wall or anything like that.
Ah. Do you put that on the board, Combat?
Yeah.
Alright. So you place that on the board, and the figure sitting at the table slams his hand on the table. He says, "No, that's not it!"
Can I see what's on the board?
It's just like a fake grass field, like it's a chessboard.
No,
kinda
like I mean, when you
enraged.
said, you said to Combat, you're gonna put that on the board. What are you saying he's putting on the board? What do you see?
He sent he sent me an image on my phone, so I don't think. I guess I can redraw it on my notepad here. I guess I should skip that page, because that page, if you guys look close enough, you would see the indents for the actual answer.
I can't. I officially have to step out of this one. I metagame.
You looked up the answer on the internet?
Yeah, I did.
You motherfucker!
I'm just too dumb and tired to understand what's going on here.
I couldn't get past 8. I got frustrated.
So, this is the arrangement that Combat put on the board, but this is incorrect.
Okay. Huh.
What annoys me, Midnighter, is mine technically would have worked.
Yes, with slight adjustments.
Uh-huh.
I can give you guys a hint. It will not fit on a traditional grid. It will fit on a grid, but if you approach it like just from putting it on a grid, you're going to limit yourself. Like, Combat had somewhat of a good idea with the arrangement he was going with. Like, he was going not restricting himself just to a grid, like he was staggering things, making things a little out of position and whatnot. Nico, what are you doing?
I'm not sure I would have gotten it even if I wasn't tired.
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I move to attack.
Alright.
Me feel stupid. Me kick your ass.
I mean, yeah, that's
Do you actually want to attack this guy? Okay.
That motherfucker's an entity. I ain't attacking this dude.
We're outside. Okay.
Combat, did you look it up, the answer? Oh. I guess there's still technically 3 of you that could actually do this.
Only 2.
What? You looked up the answer too?
No, I just don't get what's going on.
I get you.
I'm Canadian, we're dumb.
Not as dumb as us Americans.
Yeah, but you guys do it with style.
Fake it till you make it.
I'm surprised Kill isn't knocking this bitch out.
He might be passed out. Probably got bored of it like everybody else.
Well, you're saying each row has to have 3, and then you show me dots, 9 dots. So
yes, those are the 9 trees. One tree.
Each row is supposed to be 3 trees.
Tree.
There's not even enough trees to be 3 trees.
Trust me, when you figure it out or you get the answer, you're gonna slap yourself.
Probably. Like I said, it's probably just too tight.
Possibly. I truly don't think I would have figured it out. And I was damn close.
I'm just not good at riddles. And game or puzzles.
Oh, don't kill yourself over a puzzle. Just because you're frustrated, well, I guess you and your character are doing this puzzle, so it is somewhat of a Dark Souls moment. You would share equal levels of frustration. So never mind. If you wanted to kill yourself, I suppose it would be reasonable for your character to want to kill himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I see like there's better options available. So.
I didn't submit my answer, but I can't submit an answer now. That tells me we're all out of ideas.
Yeah.
All right. Kill, do you have anything? Are you still attempting? Okay. So after a little while more passes of you guys fiddling around with the pieces and such, the angelic figure slams his hands down on slams both of his arms down on the table as he rises up and he says, "You fools! You waste my time!" And then he casts his hand out towards you all, and as he does, you see these immaculate white rings spring out from his back, and he says, "Be gone with you!" And you feel this force push you all towards the wall, and as you guys begin to zoom towards it, you look back and see the wall sort of peeling away, much like it had before, and you see another starry escape. As you guys are pushed into that starry escape by the thing, I will show you what the answer is. This is how the trees were meant to be arranged. As I said, it doesn't go on a traditional grid. Yes, lines connecting the dots. So,
oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10.
The 10 lines, 9 trees lining up as. Oh my god. Okay.
Yep. So, you guys are sent into the starry escape. As you guys are sent into the starry escape, you hear this low, sinister laugh that seems to echo through the endless starry escape that you guys are falling through. And you, as you guys reel through the starscape, you begin to descend towards a star of blinding white light which takes over your senses. And that's where we'll leave it this week. Thank you all for joining. I hope you had fun. Will the party pop out somewhere of importance, or are they headed towards their doom by smashing into a rock? Or not a rock, a star. Find out next time on Dungeons & Dragons.
Hey, question.
Yep.
Could you tell us what would happen if we actually did the puzzle? Like, what, or is that like to never be found out?
Only time will tell.
Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. I'll make sure to try to be earlier next week.
Everyone's good for next week?
I should be
now.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hopefully not late.
Like, no major appointments that people are
Nope.
aware of at this date.
No. Nope.
Okie dokie. Cool.
Following week is my meeting.
Yep. I figured that.